Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey, Rob here, and today we are going to look at my solution for hooking so many consoles up to one lousy television. As you can see, everything's a mess right now, but I want to clean up that mess, and how I'm going to do it is with this guy right here. And this is an Extron Crosspoint series matrix switcher, and basically what it does is allows me to hook up a whole bunch of consoles, in this case 12, to multiple outputs, in this case 8. Now I'm not using all 8, I'm only using 2, and I'll show you that in a second in a little bit more detail. This basically replaces a couple of these strung together, which I think looks sloppy. They don't work terribly well. They're okay if you've only got if you only have 8 consoles. They're okay, but the buttons tend not to work very well, and this is a much more elegant solution for this kind of thing. Now, this looks like it costs a lot. It only set me back about 50 bucks. I got it for about 25 bucks on eBay. It was a buy it now, and I made an offer of 25 for it. It was about 25 to deliver it, so this came in right around 50 bucks. So not bad at all. It's not going to ruin the bank. There are some extra pieces that you're going to need, and you're going to need a lot of these, but you can buy them in bulk really cheap. Like, I'm talking like 5 bucks delivered off of Amazon for like 10 of these. But you will need one of these BNC male to RCA female adapter for every wire you want to run into this. So in and out, you're going to need this for each one, because if you look in the back over here, as you can see, these actually have BNC connectors. Let's get real close here. And basically what you do is, I know this one's not going to fit. They can be a little bit tight. Actually, nope, this one's pretty good. Okay, basically you just slide them on and screw them on there, and boom, you're adapted. Then you go ahead and you just plug in. So you line these all up. You basically plug in your console. Your composites go here. Note that this is generally sold as a component out, but there's nothing stopping you from doing this. By the way, this one does have an audio management capability down here. So if you have something like a Wii, which has much louder sound than everything else, you could wire your audio down to the bottom here and then control the volume with this, and it would remember the volume, so you don't have to keep changing the volume all the time, which is a really cool bonus. I'm not going to show you how to do the volume. It's pretty easy to do, though. You just hit audio and up and down once you've got it hooked up. But I am going to show you just some of the basic functionality. I have this RGBHV button pressed. If I unpress it, basically the unit's off. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. So unit on, unit off. If I go over here and I hit 1, this is input number 1, which right now is my SNES. That's not the final solution. And output number 1, which, if you look in the back, is my composite out. So this would display onto my composite screen. It's not going to do that right now because I'm on HDMI, which is another part of the weirdness of my solution. This is called a tie. So it doesn't start out tied. I could usually just press it. This light would come on, and then I'd choose an output. But I can do a tie by doing this and this, right, with this guy on. And then I can just hit enter, and it will remember my tie. So if I wanted this to do the Hdmi Upscaler, which, did I say Hdmi Upscaler? I could do this. I could unpress this one, press this one, and then I could press enter right there. And then next time I hit it, boom, HDMI out, which it's doing right there. And now it's upscaling. Now, generally, I don't upscale. Just in the case of my N64, there's a couple consoles that just tend to look really lousy, but the N64 is the main one. So basically what I'll do is I'll tie whichever one is for my N64 over to this guy, and then I'm done. All right, let's switch this over and switch it back. If I wanted to, by the way, I could make it output to 2 as well. I wouldn't, if I want to have like multiple monitors display exactly the same thing, I can use this matrix switcher to do that as well. So pretty darn cool. I'm going to just real quick go over my HDMI out solution. This isn't like the world's most expensive HDMI out, but it does work fine for an N64. I highly recommend you not get one of the units that's USB based. They tend to be really bad and they introduce lag and they sometimes introduce artifacts. I found that even the cheapest of these is plenty fast enough to play N64 games without any lag. They work really well. So basically what I have is my second output is plugged into the input right there. Now, if you had or wanted to do a component out with this, you still could. So you could take the component out and do the conversion that I did with these little BNC RCA adapters. You could run it all the way down and you could put it to an output that goes in your TV if it happens to have this. Now it won't convert between the two, but it will let you switch from one to the other. So pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think it's a pretty decent solution. A little bit short of folks like Bacteria who actually built their own out of wood, which I'll put a link to that video. That's pretty darn interesting what he did there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it informational, let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.
Retro Rock Scaling videos.